Good morning, everybody. Paul Hansen here, Executive Director for Lutherans Outdoors. And it's not the time to go fill your cup with more coffee nor leave the room, because the Lutherans Outdoors Annual Meeting starts very soon. And I promise you, it will be the shortest annual meeting of Lutherans Outdoors that has ever happened. It all begins in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now.
Hi, I'm Rob Oliver, and I have the privilege of serving as the president of the board of Lutherans Outdoors in South Dakota. So on behalf of the entire board, I bring greetings to all of you and also express our gratitude for the support that we have received during this past difficult year and always, from individuals, from congregations, and from the Synod. And of course, that support comes in the form of donations and gifts in kind and work at our camps, but also in the form of prayers and messages of support, which have been so meaningful this past year. It was truly heartbreaking a year ago when the board had to make that difficult decision to suspend our camping operations and close our camps to visitors. It was very difficult and something that we regretted having to do. But we have survived, and I commend to you the staff of LO, both here in the office in Sioux Falls, but also at each of our camps, who have been diligent about maintaining our camps and creating an opportunity for us to reopen safely. We do aim to do that this year, albeit at a reduced occupancy level so that we can comply with CDC requirements. And so once again, I would welcome your prayers to support our camping ministry and prayers of keeping everyone safe, both our campers and our staff, during these coming months. But we are excited to once again reopen and tell the good story again. You will hear more about what's going on at our camps and also about our appeal, Keep the Campfires Burning appeal, which aims to raise money to support our ministry and replace the revenue that we've lost during this past year. So on behalf of the board and staff of Lutherans Outdoors in South Dakota, again, our gratitude and God's peace and blessings to all of you. Thank you.
On March 13th, 2020, the Lutherans Outdoors Board of Directors decided to stop all program at all sites for 10 weeks. Then during Holy Week of 2020, the board made the very difficult decision to cancel the summer camping season and all future retreat program indefinitely. All forms of program revenue ended. A small source of program revenue began last summer when renting the Lake Lodge at Nisadak to family groups and offering horse lessons at Joy Ranch began. The loss of program revenue was large, in the amount of $1.7 million. LO was able to make some savings in the expenses of nearly $1.1 million. Thus, our focus turned to making sure the ministry could continue by asking our raving fans to consider making a monetary gift. The result was significant. Through the generosity of the LO supporters and receiving a PPP loan and a South Dakota grant, LO ended the fiscal year with a loss of approximately $250,000. A large number, but it could have been much worse. As 2021 began, retreat programs were still not happening. The Board of Directors authorized summer camp to go forward in 2021, but at a 60% capacity level. Retreats would again be booked for fall with the hope of a 40% usage amount. The loss of program revenue has continued. The Keep the Campfires Burning appeal began last winter. This appeal will allow LO to receive generous gifts to offset the loss of program revenue during both 2020 and 2021. Here is a video that explains what the Keep the Campfires Burning appeal is all about.
Stillness and the beauty of the campfire makes you, I think, feel the presence that we all know is with us.
Something happens when somebody goes to camp. And I think God happens. You know, Jesus happens. The Holy Spirit happens. And there really isn't any place like camp to experience the love and the faithfulness and the presence of Christ.
When I was younger, I attended Bible camps in Minnesota and eventually worked at one as a camp counselor. The experiences that Lutherans Outdoors provide can't be found in many other places in the state. The faith formation, the community, experiencing God's creation are some of the best ways to grow your faith.
Well, in the course of the week, I think everybody makes friends and develops relationships. There is something special because all their devices are put away. And it's amazing, you literally can go without your phone or your tablet or however you're communicating for a week because they do have strict rules. And once those kids get over that, they start talking to each other, sharing experiences, and they're just kids at camp. Seeing what Lutheran Outdoors does to them in their life is almost, you can't put it into words.
This ministry that provides all this life-giving grace, love, will need to continue. And how it continues is by the strength of the gifts from congregations, from individuals, and other special events that happen for the sake of this ministry to continue. Why should you give? Because you know in your heart that this is helping create a lot of good relational ministry within our synod.
It's been a tough few years, and particularly this past year with the pandemic. It's been tough on all nonprofits, churches, but also our partnership ministries. So we want to sustain a camp that means so much to all of us, and we want it to grow and develop. And so we're looking forward to a time to really sustain the annual campaign and to make a great camp even better.
Many people ask me, what are the exciting things that happen after a successful appeal? And I get excited telling them about possible structure changes at the camps, the many program opportunities, new program opportunities that can come about for Lutherans Outdoors. It only takes a spark to get a fire going, and soon all those around will warm up and it's glowing. You know the song, you probably sang it, Pass It On. Many years ago, a spark started some important campfires at the camps of Lutherans Outdoors. And imagine all the thousands of people that have warmed up to its glowing. The song continues, that's how it is with God's love, once you've experienced it. The gifts from the Keep the Campfire Burning appeal ensures life-giving experiences in God's love. So what do I get excited about with the success of the Keep the Campfires Burning appeal? Is that not only does Lutherans Outdoors get to, but Lutherans Outdoors is called to pass it on.
I'm Rob Oliver. I have the privilege of serving as the current board president for Lutherans Outdoors in South Dakota. For over 50 years, Lutherans Outdoors has operated a unique camping ministry and served thousands of guests at our various sites throughout the state. Of course, this past year has been very difficult for us all. With the COVID-19 pandemic, the board was forced to make a really serious and difficult decision. Indeed, I can speak for all the board members when I say it was heartbreaking for us to vote to suspend our camping ministries and close our camps last year. And as a result, so many people missed out on those opportunities to visit our camps and to meet God and God's creation. Of course, in addition to not being able to serve those people, the organization lost out on over $2 million in operating revenue. But our expenses didn't go to zero. We were so blessed by the number of individuals and congregations who stepped forward and favored us with their gifts. And in the last year, since March of last year, LO has received over $900,000 in donations. to support our ministry. The Keep the Campfires Burning campaign is now being launched in order to raise an additional $1.2 million and to fill our ability to serve campers and staff into the future. So I invite all of you to join my wife and I and other members of the board in supporting this campaign. We look forward to keeping the campfires burning, keeping this unique ministry strong and vibrant into the future, so we can serve thousands more families and individuals. God bless you all. Thank you.
What I ask from you and from our congregations is that you will allow the members of all these congregations, the opportunity to say yes, that I would like to make a contribution to the Keep the Campfires Burning appeal. We know that this is an important part of 2021 with the Lutherans Outdoors, and I know that you will gladly be a part in helping us be successful this year.
Hello, I'm Annalise Seffrud, and I represent the Prairie Coteau Conference on the Lutheran Outdoors of South Dakota board, where I currently serve as vice president. In November 2019, the LO Board of Directors formed a Joy Ranch task force assigned to evaluate Joy Ranch and bring forth possibilities to help make the camp fiscally sound. From the many hours of work from the task force, another major decision was made by the board in 2020. The Lutheran Outdoors Board, after much consideration and deliberation, has determined that Joy Ranch, although a beautiful site with many amenities, does not fit our operational mode of seasonal outdoor camping ministries. As a result, Lutheran Outdoors has entered into a transfer agreement pending several contingencies with a new 501c3 organization in Watertown. A Watertown organization will be better positioned to operate Joy Ranch into the future and create and deliver the programming that will make it successful. Lutheran Outdoors will now be able to invest its resources into Nisodak, Outlaw Ranch, and Klein Ranch, and ensure successful Christ-centered ministry for future generations. A note from our task force. Over the years, the market for church camp has continued to change, making it more challenging for Lutheran Outdoors to maintain and operate multiple camp settings. 3 of our camps have defined seasons, which can be staffed accordingly, with shoulder seasons in the spring and fall for church groups and family retreats. Joy Ranch, however, has much more investment in infrastructure, which requires it to operate year-round in order to be successful. This is significantly different than our model for Nisodak, Klein, and Outlaw, making it more difficult to fit into our portfolio of camp offerings. Given our need to be good stewards of limited resources, we believe it is best to seek another entity to operate Joy Ranch that can more broadly define its program offerings and make it successful and sustainable into the future. Lutheran Outdoors is proud to have been a partner with Joy Nelson and her generous vision for this beautiful property that increases the quality of life for all who gather there. Lutheran Outdoors thanks the thousands of supporters who have participated in the development of Joy Ranch. With these changes, Lutherans Outdoors is confident that Joy Ranch will be successful into the future and will faithfully honor its many supporters. The net proceeds from the transfer of Joy Ranch will be used by Lutheran Outdoors to further support the ministries of Nisodak, Klein, and Outlaw. The transfer of property pending the contingency should occur later in 2021. Please contact staff or board members if you would like to discuss the decision further.
I am Joy Nelson, representing Joy Ranch of South Dakota, and we wish to thank Lutheran Outdoors for their years of work in the startup of Joy Ranch, and additionally wish them much success with their other existing camps. Joy Ranch of South Dakota wants to assure all the visitors, participants, and donors of Joy Ranch that the mission as initially presented will most definitely continue with the new entity. in addition to even more programs for quality of life issues for people. We sincerely hope you will continue to come to Joy Ranch, and Lutheran Outdoors has expressed an interest in continuing some of their camps at Joy Ranch with the new entity. Upon transfer, Joy Ranch of South Dakota will be provided with the contact info for all of you, and you will be hearing from us at that time about all the new exciting future events for Joy Ranch. Our motto will continue as well for everyone. All are welcome, and we look forward to seeing you there. Thank you.
I thank you for joining us. I thank you for being a part of Lutherans Outdoors, because what is not reimagined is our mission and our vision, and we can continue to keep passing it on, it being God's love. Go in peace, serve the Lord.
Okay, we will.
Okay, we will.
Okay, we will.
Okay, we will.